What is going on, everybody? It's Hector Martinez once again for Urban Kung Fu, and man, it's been a while since I've been back to do a video, and picked up a couple of new things recently, and decided to do a short video and share with you some of my new acquisitions. I'm not going to share them all in one video, but I'd like to share a very, very important piece, and one which I've been waiting for quite a while. And these things here, they don't come soon enough, but it's okay, because I know that the publisher is out there taking his time to bring you and me quality. So the waiting is actually worth it. It's certainly worth the wait. And as you can see by this one is Bruce Lee Captions Part 1. And this one is, I actually did a review of this book on my channel, and this is coming via the United Kingdom. And of course, it's produced by Mr. Steve Carriage from Bruce Lee Forever. And this is a great book. For those of you out there who are lucky enough to own this one, you know exactly what I mean. It's such a great piece, a quality piece, and worthy to be in anyone's serious Bruce Lee collection. This is the type of book that when friends come over, and especially those that are not into Bruce Lee, and you want to share with them something that has to do with Bruce, it's always good to bring out these type of books. They're very presentable. Aesthetically, they're very pleasing to the eye, very displayable, and like I say, it's a joy to share with other collectors as well as people who are not into Bruce Lee. And once they take a glimpse of this type of book, they will be impressed. Bruce Lee fan or not, they will be impressed. And this one here is Bruce Lee Captions #1, which was released in May. Came out in May of 2023, and limited to 100 copies worldwide. So those of you who are lucky enough to own this, you know exactly what I mean. It's just a great, great book. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine recently, and I said that back in the days, back in the 70s, when the Bruce Lee craze first came to America, it was very exciting. I met a lot of friends. We all went to the movies to see Fists of Fury, which, of course, also known as Big Boss. Chinese Connection, also known as Fist of Fury. Return of the Dragon, also known as Way of the Dragon. And, of course, Enter the Dragon. And back in the days, my friends and I, we would run to Chinatown, and we would just go into every single shop trying to pick up anything that they had with our hero on the cover or inside. And that was a great era back in the days, back in the 70s. Picking up magazines such as Fighting Stars, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, also Kung Fu Monthly. But the United Kingdom, let me say something about the Bruce Lee fans in the United Kingdom. Those guys out there, for many years, they take their literature seriously. Whenever they put a book out, the books are filled with exclusive photos, and the magazines or books, whatever comes from the United Kingdom, it's so well done back in the days. I have several books from the UK which are treasures to me in my collection. One of them is King of Kung Fu by Felix Dennis and Don Adio, or Adio. My apologies if I'm mispronouncing his last name. But that's one of my favorite books, one of the best books in my collection from 1974. And also the Wisdom of Bruce Lee, the paperback, which also came out from the United Kingdom, as well as one of the very first, or probably the first Bruce Lee biography that ever came out was Alex Ben Block's my apologies, The Legend of Bruce Lee by Alex Ben Block. Now, those are the books that when I look at them, they remind me of that time when my friends and I would go to Chinatown shopping for Bruce Lee material. I was about 11 or 12, probably 13. I was very, very young. And I first started going to Chinatown with my parents. Then when I started getting a bit older, at the age of 13, 14, 15, I started going there with my friends. And, those were just golden times. And I still think about that. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I collect, because it reminds me of that amazing era of the 70s. You're young, you're not working, you have no responsibilities, you have no children asking for money. But, that's why we collect today, because it takes us back to our childhood. Now, the reason I wanted to share that with you is because, afterwards, since then, we've been flooded with tons of magazines and publications from all over the world, some very good and some not so good. But there's one thing that I've noticed about the recent publications that came out, let's say 2015 or 10 years ago. And although they are very, very good publications, they don't touch me nostalgically. In other words, they don't remind me of the 70s and the 80s in New York City. So, but all that changed when Steve Carriage started putting out his magazines and his books. And, when you pick up those books, again, they kind of spark that memory of the 70s when I was buying stuff with my friends. And that's one of the joys that I have when I buy something from Bruce Lee Forever. They're done with the love, with the quality, and with the enthusiasm of the publications of the 70s. And, it's refreshing every time you get something new from Bruce Lee Forever. A lot of my friends tell me, Hector, those books are quite expensive, and then the shipping that ordering them from the States. I mean, it's. But I say, you know what? Sometimes I'm willing to sacrifice, by paying the cost, because you have something in your collection that's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you satisfaction. Every time you pick it up, it's well worth it, because these books are indeed high-end, high-quality books. They're worth every nickel, of course. It's not their fault. It's not Bruce Lee Forever's fault that they're in the United Kingdom and we're in New York City. But listen, if you're a true diehard fan and you love Bruce Lee, it's well worth it. So, well, let me share my latest acquisition. And as you can see, there's two pouches on the table. So naturally, you know that what I'm about to share is, that's right, Bruce Lee Captions #2. And here it is. Look at that cover. I mean, look at this cover, man. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous. I mean, if you're like me, you like to display your acquisitions, this piece right here belongs in the front. It's a front runner piece. I mean, this is such an exquisite book. This is a hardback book, and look at the spine. It's in gold. The Lee is in gold leaf. Here you got Bruce Lee, Lee Siu Lung in Chinese, also in gold. Such a fine book, man. Look at the quality of this. Isn't this gorgeous, man? Look at this. Wow. Again, this one is limited to 100. And what I like about this is that this is the lay flat book. In other words, when you lay it on the table, you could barely see the seam in the middle, what divides the pages. You know, you don't have that ugly line, or when the books kind of like flip, the pages flip up, hiding part of the image. Not with this. It lays flat completely, so you can enjoy the image that's printed on both pages. And again, the paper stock that Steve uses from the G.F. Smith Company, which is from Great Britain, and it's been in business over 135 years. And the paper that he uses is called Zen Paper. Zen Paper, which is a superior quality paper. This company actually prints 4 shades of color on that particular paper, and it's kind of like Technicolor, you know, like back in the days when they filmed in Hollywood, there were 3 colors that stood out: red, yellow, and green, or was it red, yellow, and blue? But they stood out beautifully. Same thing they did with this type of paper, with Zen Paper. Those 4 colors that print on this, they look immaculate. Steve goes on again to use some black and white images on this book, but you know, the images are fabulous because they are from the negative, the original 35 millimeter negative, and they just look spectacular. And if you've got Captions #1, I'm hoping that you ordered Captions #2, because together they look amazing. The pair, they look just wonderful to look at. And it also comes here, Steve also threw in a bonus, and this is a great shot of Bruce Lee in period piece costume. And this was shot in 1972 at Golden Harvest Studios for a possible period piece a film, Shaw Brothers style. And as you can see, Bruce Lee looks like one of the characters in the one of the Golden Harvest films, the boxer from Shang-Tsung. And that's a great shot. This is grade 8x10, which eventually I'll probably have it framed and hung on the wall. And again, Steve outdid himself with this great cover, again featuring Bruce Lee in the 1972 photo shoot for a period piece film. He looks like Nan Gengyao, one of the warriors from the Qing dynasty. And Bruce looks very muscular there, very heroic. And it's a great, great shot. I'm going to take you into in the book so you can see the pages on the inside. But once again, this is Bruce Lee Captions, and it's limited to only limited to 100 pieces. And I believe it's sold out, but but I'm not sure. So if you're interested, just go into www.BruceLeeForever and look up Bruce Lee Captions #2. Hopefully you're lucky enough and there's 2 or 3 left. So again, Steve Carriage outdid himself with this fabulous book. And yeah, man, you know, I love collecting this stuff. It takes you back to the 70s and just adds a lot of pleasure to collecting. Again, it comes with a pouch. Some people were complaining that the pouch seemed to look purple or blue. They were expecting a blue or a purple pouch. But who cares? This is a pouch to carry your book. I mean, it's just to keep your book safe and keep it clean and dust-free. So unless you're planning on walking around with it. But nonetheless, these are the pouches. But I do see well, no, it's the same. It's in gold, and it features this one is the Bruce Lee Forever version of the Flying Kickman. This one is actually from Fist of Fury, when he jumped up in the dojo scene. This is from Fist of Fury, and I think it's just fabulous. So, well, Once again, Hector Martinez reviewing a short review of Captions, Bruce Lee Captions Part 2. And for those that do not have number 1, this is sadly it's sold out, but there may be a possibility that 2 or 3 is still left of this one. All right. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well. Hector Martinez once again here sharing with you my latest acquisition. This is Steve Carriage's Bruce Lee Forever's Bruce Lee Captions Part 2. You guys take care. All the best. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Hector Martinez here, bidding you all peace, love, and God bless.